Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion advised. Now, here's Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Fine, then. Let me give the phone number out. 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. He is Dr. Drew. He's a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. How are you, Doc?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Actually, I'm bad.
You got a cold.
Got a cold.
You've been moving all weekend. I had to bring that up, huh?
Yeah, moving is really the worst thing you could ever do. I couldn't imagine being a mover for a living because it's the kind of thing that you do once every 2 or 3 years, and it's the worst day of your life.
But maybe if you got good at it, if you're doing other people's stuff every day.
What's to get good at? You're humping furniture. Yeah. There's nothing to get good at. There's no technique. Right. There's like you learn a few knots when you strap this stuff in. And you know what I thought the worst part about being a mover is? No satisfaction. Nobody cares what you do. All you can do is screw up.
Right.
Meaning you could move a 40-room mansion into a house, not scratch a thing except for nick up one corner of one coffee table, and it would be a disaster.
Right.
The woman would pitch a fit, the guy would be pissed off, and they'd probably bring you up for years on end. People go, what happened there? The damn mover. But there's no satisfaction. Nobody comes into a house and goes, hey, how'd that sofa get here?
Right.
Wow, that's nice. Nice job of transporting the sofa.
Right.
Nobody gets no one appreciates you.
Somebody gave you some grief?
I was helping somebody move.
And something happened?
No, I was just sick the entire time, and, I had this sore throat and this stuffy nose, and it was 100 degrees.
You didn't drop the eggs as you were taking the refrigerator apart.
No, I wasn't moving a dairy, Drew. I was
somebody's home.
Yeah, but it was one of these things where I had to pop the pins on the hinges and take the door off to get the refrigerator out the thing. Just a disaster. No. Thanks, Engineer Mike. Though it was a male who was riding me. The female was back at the homestead cutting up the watermelon and chilling the generic soda. And that's another thing, too. People try to lure you over with a six-pack. They go, hey, how about you come over, we'll move. And you believe me, I've been getting this my whole life because I'm a carpenter. They go, hey, we're having a deck building party. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to come over. I want you to bring your compressor and your finish gun and your framing gun and all your tools, your chop saw and your table saw. Bring it all over. We're going to build a deck for about 10 hours out in the hot sun. But I'll tell you what, there's a six-pack in it for you. Think to myself, what is this, prohibition? Like I can't go to the frickin' 7-Eleven up the street and buy my own six-pack?
Wow.
What am I supposed to do, weigh this? Let's see, spend 10 hours in the sun building a guy a deck, which I'd normally charge about $300 for, or spend $459 and get myself a sixer. Boy, I got to think about this one. It's just insulting that they mentioned the beer part.
Right. Well, they know you at least.
All right, Drew, you okay?
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, wait a minute. Dishwalla's coming in tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I want to mention that.
Yeah.
And Korn and Goldfinger. So we got a full plate. And next week, hopefully, Kiss will be in here. All right, to the phones we go. Dominique, 15.
Hi, thank you so much for taking my call. Hi, Dr. Drew. Hi, Adam.
Hi.
Dominique.
I was calling basically because I wanted to ask your opinion, you both being males. Guys my age, it seems, are very good at going after girls because of their parents, because they find them attractive. But when you ask even a guy or other girls for advice on how to get a boyfriend, they always say that they look for who you are, what you like to do, if you're interesting, if you're fun. And it's been my experience that that's not the case. And I wanted to ask you when it is exactly that guys get past that and start to actually care about more than what you look like.
Usually after a few divorces and maybe a near-death experience or brush with the law. Guys in prison seem to get past that pretty quick. Felons, I would say, are more mature than guys on the outside when it comes to looking past a woman's beauty or non-beauty, as it were. Dominique, people say this kind of stuff because it makes them feel good. And they go, oh, no, she's, it's how, they're stretching when they get into how they treat other animals or people. Oh, she's great with kids. As opposed to the other one who, smacked the kid with a mallet. She's great with kids. She loves the animals. It's BS. Guys go for looks. Women, on the other hand, are more mature. They go for how much money a guy... No. They go for the sense of humor, and the guy's style is what they go for.
And I think they were being a little unfair. I mean, I think that when you say guys go for the looks, I think that is something in our society, in particular on the West Coast. People tend to really focus on that as at least their initial attraction. And if that sort of a threshold is passed, then they do. I think people don't insist on relationships when it's just not working. Even you, Adam.
Uh-huh.
That you had a relationship with that stripper who, obviously that was not you didn't meet in the library. And
they coincidentally do have a library in the strip joint. I think the books were fake. I never tried to pull one off the wall.
So if that's the case, then would it be right to try to change the way you look or do things, especially just to make yourself look nice to try to catch someone? Wouldn't that be like leading people on?
I think no. I think that, throughout the animal kingdom, animals groom, people groom to try to when they're in mating age, that's what they do.
So a friend should come by and pull the ticks off of Dominique and eat them?
Mm-hmm.
Dominique.
Yes.
Yes, you must sort of play the game in order to get the initial attention, and then you sort of take it from there. Then the personality takes over, sense of humor, sense of wit, intelligence and all that comes into play. But first you need the initial, it's kind of like you got to wash and wax the car first, get the guy to pull over and take a look at it. Then you start talking about ashtrays, cup holders, and air conditioning.
Okay.
All right?
All right, thank you.
Go ahead and Simonize yourself.
Nice.
Ken, 28.
Oh, perfect timing. Just got my son to bed. This is my deal. Well, first of all, I want to mention that you guys are absolutely great. I love listening to you guys.
Thank you.
Each night.
Thank you, Ken. Obviously a scholar.
That's the first time anybody's ever said that to me.
All right, well, don't tell us what you really do. You're going to disappoint us.
Well, anyway, let's see. I've been married for 6 years. And, well, like most every other male, I masturbate a lot. And, of course, with my wife, we do mutual masturbation. We do all kinds of different kinds of forms of sex. But lately, I don't know if this is like a form of impotence or what, but lately, I haven't been able to orgasm when we're having actual intercourse. It takes me a long time. Sometimes I feel like I can stay hard forever, but never reach that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know exactly what to do, how to get this back to where it was before.
It never was a problem in the past.
No, not really.
How long has this been going on?
Something that my wife and I, we've just accepted, I guess, for the last year.
All right, so this has been going on for about a year.
Yeah.
Now, you're able to reach orgasm and all different other aspects of your sexuality with your wife, but just not through intercourse.
Yeah. It's like it takes a lot of work.
Are you on any medication?
None.
It's too bad. Well, Ken, these things happen. I mean, sometimes you sort of, there's this sort of rotating sex thing. Like you spin the big sex wheel, and sometimes it lands on oral sex, and sometimes it lands on intercourse, and sometimes it lands on masturbation, and you have your little runs. Now, a year is kind of a long run. But sometimes you sort of get on your different topics. You get into your little different niches, and you sort of stay with them for a while, and you abandon some of the old stuff. And then what happens is you get too used to one thing, let's say oral sex, or let's say masturbation, or something like that. And then when you try to work another aspect of sex, it doesn't feel right. The penis is confused. Doesn't know what's going on. Hey, wait, what's going on here? This isn't a mouth. This isn't a hand.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Do you want to ask about the relationship at all, Adam?
No. I'm staying on sex here. Ken, here's my suggestion. I bet this will work too. Do not relieve yourself. Do not come to orgasm unless it is through penetration, unless it is through copulation. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Don't try the old in and out for a few minutes, realize it's not going to work, and then, pull out and help yourself. No helping yourself.
For how long?
No, actually, my wife will orgasm first. That's kind of like routine for us because she can't orgasm very easily, which I guess is very common, just through intercourse. So we'll do a little bit of that, and then she'll rub herself with me till she comes, and then it's my turn, you know, and it's been just kind of a routine.
Right, but I'm saying you miss your turn if you cannot orgasm while having sex with her.
Yeah, I guess.
And you just keep waiting until you can. I would give it about a day and a half. What do you think, Drew? Is that bizarre advice? It sort of sounds okay to me.
Yeah, this whole topic makes me uncomfortable. So you finish.
Actually, no, it's something that's dawned on me too, and it figures, you know, as soon as I call you guys, I think about it. But though my wife and I, we have 2 beautiful kids, and the second one was kind of an accident, but absolutely a beautiful child.
But you're nervous about having another one.
But yes, and I think it's been a discussion between both of us.
There you go.
All right.
How about birth control?
Yeah. There hasn't been anything that's worked.
Oh, he doesn't have birth control? Oh, all right. Well, then, there you go, Ken.
I think...
You're anxious.
With a 2x4.
Your anxiety. You have anxiety that something's going to happen as a result of it. Of course you're going to hold back. That's only natural.
Man, I wish I thought of this before.
How about oral contraceptive pill? That's fail-safe, basically.
True. My wife has been on that for like 3 years, and then her doctor recommended that she get off that and we try something different, and we were trying all types.
Maybe it's time to get back on it.
Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah.
His penis isn't going along. His penis has been talking to his wallet.
Yeah.
They've decided they couldn't afford another one.
Yeah.
And so they've
taken over.
They're on strike.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, all right.
See,
Drew, you're right. I didn't know. I would just...
You didn't ask.
Well, they're a married couple. They're having a lot of sex, and I was assuming that they had some form of birth control. Sam, 21.
Hi, Adam. Hi, Dr. Drew.
Hey.
Yeah.
I was considering donating my eggs to an infertile couple.
Uh-huh.
One, because I myself am not planning on having children, and 2, because there's a $3,000 compensation.
Right. Why aren't you planning on having kids?
Hold on, Sam. I'll give you $3,500. Start a little bidding war for Sam's eggs. Drew,
I don't want her
37?
eggs. I don't need her eggs.
All right.
Last time my wife was an egg donor. Look what we got.
Oh, that's right. 75% chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I have all the medical information in front of me now, and the HCG injections
Mm-hmm.
are really scaring me, and everything seems so vague and abstract.
Well, it's not that it's vague and abstract. Is that there's not been a long period of experience using these substances. And it's really not so much the initial problem, right? It's not while you're exposed to them, although they can make you nuts. They can really affect your moods rather dramatically, and I think that is underplayed. How it affects people's neurologic status, I don't think they give women credit for how much.
Drew, what are you talking about?
That it makes women very, very moody and irritable.
What does?
What they do. Okay, I'm sorry.
Jesus, Drew, come on.
What she's talking about doing is going in and having artificially, through hormonal manipulation, having her ovaries stimulated so profoundly that they produce dozens of eggs simultaneously. And then what they do is they go in through the vagina and put a needle through the vaginal wall and suck out these eggs.
Uh-huh.
And they freeze them and they put them in with somebody's sperm and they make embryos out of that.
Now, does that mean Sam cannot have kids then later?
No, it doesn't. It shouldn't affect her fertility, but she is, for whatever reason, I'm interested why, has decided she's never going to have kids. Why is that, Sam?
Well, at this point in my life, it doesn't seem like something that would
Why?
match. Well, because freedom.
Yeah, but you're 21.
Yeah, I know. I guess I don't foresee.
Believe me, the world looks different at 21 as opposed to 31.
Yeah, it looks better.
Well, maybe.
It smells a little different at 21, too.
Well, I guess I don't know. Well, maybe my mind will change later on in life.
Okay, but let me just finish the kind of risk you do have to concern yourself with, and that is the long-term risks. Whether or not there's going to be risks of breast cancer or ovarian cancer or something. We just don't know. Or ovarian failure or something endocrinologic. It doesn't appear to be, but we just don't know for sure. Okay?
Okay, and there's also one line that says there may be local soreness and redness at the injection sites. What exactly does that mean?
That means whenever you inject anything, particularly these oil-based compounds that they're going to be giving you, you can get infection and you can get local reactions.
Oh, I thought she said vocal, but I think she meant local.
Yeah, local.
All right. Yeah, Drew, you're screwing with God, aren't you, when you do this?
It kind of, but it's, you wonder.
Yeah. But you don't know what the effects are down the road because this stuff's only been going on for how long?
A decade or two.
Well, decade or two, so that's only a couple hundred years. Tanya, 15.
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
I just want to say that I think you guys are really cool, and I listen to you almost every night, and you guys are, like, really funny, and I love your show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. All right. Okay, here's my question. Okay, there's this guy that I see around my school, and, you know, I'm like, oh, yeah, this guy's really cute and everything, and I didn't know him, and I didn't have any guts to go up to him, and, like, I'd always, you know, been pointing him out to my friend all the time and everything, and then, like, one day I was at a park with my friend, and I saw him there, and I, like, decided I wanted to talk to him, and I couldn't get myself to do it yet, but, like, it took me, like, a long time. Like, I was standing behind him and stuff for, like, a long time, and I finally went up and talked to him, and, like, he was really nice and everything.
Yeah.
And, like, he's a senior, so, like, his last day of school, like, tomorrow's, like, my last chance to get his phone number or give him mine or whatever, and I want to know how do I approach it? How do I get to do that? Because I'm kind of shy, which, like, surprised me that I actually went up to him, but I'm...
All right, Tanya.
Yeah.
I got your answer.
Okay.
All right. You do that, have you guys done that yearbook signing thing yet?
No, see, they get their yearbooks on Friday before school, and we don't get them till, like, after school, and so I won't have a chance for him to sign it. Or sign his, which would have worked well. I would have just signed my name and...
All right, better idea. Forget the yearbook. You do one of those things that the geeks always did, which they get a T-shirt. And they go, I'm having everyone sign my T-shirt, and you're a senior, and you're going off, and you're not going to be here next year. So I want you to sign my T-shirt.
Yeah, but she wants to give him her phone number.
All right, now. Naturally, he obliges. And if he doesn't oblige, forget it. I mean, there's no way you're going to extract this guy's number. But you get him to sign the T-shirt. And while he's signing, you have yourself probably a minute to a minute and a half in which to cast your spell, your demon spell on him. Okay, Tanya? You have that little window. He's talking to you. You guys, you fumble a little bit. You look for a place to sign it. Don't wear it in there.
I don't see. I wouldn't want to. I want him to know that I actually want, because I want to say something like, "Oh yeah, I just wanted. Here's my number. If you want to call me up, and we can do something sometime." I don't want it to look like just an end of the year thing. I want him to know.
See, she's a little more natural than that, Adam.
I know, but she's got no huevos. She's got no spine. I guess I'll say spine because women don't have the. Well, they do have the huevos. They have the eggs, but they don't have the huevos. The huevos. Tanya.
Yeah.
And listen, you talk a pretty good story, but the bottom line is you don't react. And I'm trying to make an easy way for you guys to get together, to start some dialogue, and then you can work it in. Do the T-shirt thing.
I don't want to bring a T-shirt to school and just.
Oh, do a sweatshirt then. It doesn't matter.
No, I don't like something. Say I just want to give him. I want to give him my phone number without like.
All right, well then just go right up to him.
Yeah,
then.
I'll tell you what. No. What you had just said to us, in the exact manner in which you said it, sounds perfectly natural, and I think any guy would be flattered by that.
By what?
Just the way you said it. You said, hey, what did you say? Hey, if we go do something.
Just to go up and say.
Just like you said that, and then don't expect to go on with the conversation more than that. Just make it kind of a greeting.
Maybe we can get together sometime.
Have the number have the pre-written number down. Hand it to him, and then if he has you stay there, as you say, Adam, they kind of keep you there, right?
Right.
She knows she's in pretty good shape.
Yes, and ladies, please do not worry about the actual formation of a sentence when you're talking to an 18 or 17-year-old guy. You go up, he doesn't hear. All he hears
blah,
like
blah 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 phone number.
Blah. Yes, you're in the old
Simpsons.
in the Simpsons or in the Charlie Brown.
Right.
Whenever they were talking to an adult, like the school teacher, they picked up the phone, blah 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 boobs, blah 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 ass. That's what guys hear. Okay? So it's funny when women try to worry about it, because think about it, Drew. Even Drew, who has the tightest anus in the world. When you were 17, if some great-looking girl came up to you and said just about anything,
if anybody came up and seemed to be interested, you take it as you wouldn't be you'd be flattered by it.
No, you wouldn't go, oh boy, what a piece of ass, but man, her sentence structure was poor.
No, but yeah, you wouldn't care.
You wouldn't care.
How it was
it's sad, but you don't. So you go up and talk, and believe me, you could. If the guy thought you were hot and was attracted to you, you could say, hey, I'm going to go out and club some seals after school. You want to come? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'd be great. Should I bring my own club? Or that's how they get guys. That's all these movies where the guys do the killing That's how they do it. These teachers or these women, they date these guys. They go out with them for about 3 weeks. They give them a little sex, and then they go, oh, by the way, I'm going to need you to snuff the Pope. And the guy goes, okay. And get a buddy of yours to help you. All right. Because guys are stupid and horny. So am I.
Hi, this is Nikki.
Alright, I'm Chris. We're in Lush.
And you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Phone number here at Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. And it's back to the phones we go. Danny, 17, you're on Loveline.
Hi.
Hey.
First of all, let me just say that, Adam, Drew, I love you guys. You're great. Adam, I caught you at the HF Festival.
Oh.
Yeah, and when you came on, I turned to my friends and I said, guys, shut up. That's Adam Carolla. He's my hero.
Thank you. And they hit you with a beer bottle?
They just didn't stop talking.
No, they pretty much just ignored me.
Yeah,
but, you know,
right.
I thought I just kept yelling at them, so.
Well, I appreciate it, Danny. It was
Hey,
a good
I
show.
went to the bat for you, man.
Thanks, man.
My problem is that, a couple of days ago, or yesterday, my friend Jenny introduced me to her friend Nikki, who is going out with another friend of mine named Seth.
Diagram, Adam, please.
All right, hold on. Jenny.
Nikki, Seth.
Seth.
Jenny and Seth are my friends. Seth is going out with Nikki.
All right, you should be able to kick Seth's ass.
No, I'm not involved in that kind of a way.
I know. I'm just saying, anyone named Seth, you can kick their ass.
Yeah, probably.
Don't argue with me.
Never would I argue with you.
Thank you.
So, a couple of days before Seth and Nikki started going out, Seth and Jenny slept together.
All right, so Seth and Nikki.
A couple days before. All right,
are going
out. Got it.
But Seth and Jenny. All right, see the
Got
arrows
together.
here?
Yes, I see it. I got it.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
I meet Nikki. Only yesterday did I meet her. Tonight I get this phone call from her where she says, I need to talk to you. You're the only person I can trust. And I'm like, I'm thinking I just met her yesterday.
All right, and what's the deal?
Seth is like stressing out. There's this weird stuff. I don't know. They're having their problems. That problem isn't what the problem is. The problem is that she expects me to help her, but she's manic depressive. She's suicidal. She's been like abused and molested by like everybody in her family growing up. And there's just all this junk in her background, and and she's like really needy. Right. And I don't think she should be dating anyone right now. She's just looking for somebody to care for her.
Right.
How do I deal with this girl without like driving her over the edge or something?
All right, you've only known her for a day.
Yeah, but she's probably borderline personality disorder, and people with that kind of...
I think she's crossed the border. I think she's actually into Tijuana with her personality.
But people with that kind of character structure really can sense out people that are good for them to lay their stuff on. They're sort of dependent people that they can use and twist around a little bit as their whim needs.
Yeah, but I don't understand Danny's attachment. I mean,
that's right. Why does he feel responsible to her?
Well, I mean, you're walking down the street, you got some homeless guy coming up to you going, the communists are taking over the country. I mean, what do? You ignore him and you move on.
It just proves the point. She knew exactly who she was getting when she went after him. And indeed, he probably was one of the only people in her environment that she could readily get at and connect with in that way. He needs to make a decision if he's going to help her or not. And one of the ways of dealing with her is just saying, I can't help you. Okay, but she will come on very strong about that. And if you get in, it's going to be a chaotic ride. I'll tell you that. Insofar as what you can do, just keep encouraging her to take her medication and to get back with the people who are treating her. And do not get very involved in this because it will be terribly confusing and very painful probably for you.
All right, but I'm saying if she's better looking, then
stop it.
Then draw him in. She will draw him in if she's attractive. Yes, absolutely. Jamie, 15, you're on Loveline.
Hi.
Hey.
I have this problem, and I don't know, whoever can help me. I think maybe Dr. Drew would be able to help me a little bit more.
Okay. Adam, shut up.
Okay.
That's what she's telling me. I'm just translating.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I went to this party a week ago, and they put me in an honesty trance, and it's where you...
On a what?
An honesty trance.
Honesty trance.
Yeah, it's where you, like, put someone in a trance, and you take them to the room of honesty, and anything you ask them, they'll tell you the truth.
It's hypnosis.
Yeah, basically. And what happened was...
Who did this to you?
My friends did it.
How do they know how to do this?
I have no clue. They just asked me if I wanted to do it, and I was like, okay.
Oh, boy.
And there was this one guy in the room, Rob, and they asked me if I liked him, and I really can't stand him, and I said no. And they asked me why, and I told them, well, he's really ugly, and he just has a bad personality, and I just don't like him. And he clapped his hands really loud, and they told me that I went all psycho, and I just started pulling at my hair and everything, and I don't remember this, and then they got me out of it, and ever since then I've been having really weird dreams. What
have the dreams been?
One dream was where I was tied to a chair, and there was my loved ones and family members and friends. They were all in a line in front of me, and they would come up and they would pinch me, and I was screaming and crying, and I was telling them, stop pinching me, and they wouldn't stop, and I'd wake up crying.
Okay, well.
So where was the room of honesty?
Where was it? It was... I don't really remember. All I remember is
it's
the
hypnosis.
last thing that they said to get me into the trance.
All right. What did they say?
The last thing they said was that there's a red ball whizzing at your head. Tell me when it gets really, really close. And then I told them, and then I just don't remember. And they said I was in the trance for half an hour. And then the next thing I remember is when they got me out.
Well, I'm glad you're telling us this story. I'm sorry this happened to you, but at least it illustrates for people how dangerous hypnosis can be. And really pretty much anybody can do hypnosis. It's a pretty easy thing to do, to learn how to do.
I went to the hamper of honesty when I was 14 once, and I've never been the same.
Yeah, you remained there, I suspect. But here's the deal, basically. I mean, you never know what kind of emotions that sort of thing is going to generate or what kind of damage you can do, because people are terribly vulnerable when they're in a trance. Here for Jamie, it seems that the whole experience of being in someone else's control in that manner and being out of control herself triggered some old feelings about her upbringing, evidently, and about her feelings about her relationship with her family and whatnot. It sort of got her back in touch with those feelings. They resurfaced. They've been defended and incorporated in her personality all these years. Now, boom, they're back up in her face again, and she has the tools to deal with them.
All right.
So I suspect it will settle down by itself, Jamie, but if it doesn't, please tell your doctor, and there are things that can be done about this.
Really? I'm brushing this off as one of those sort of teenage stupid, like when I used to hyperventilate and a guy, grab me in a Heimlich maneuver and knock me out. Just stupid stuff you do.
It is stupid stuff you do, but it has caused a real event, it appears. And that event, I think, is going to subside by itself, I suspect.
Lisa, 17.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, I think my question is more for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
I have a boyfriend who is diabetic.
Yeah.
And I haven't had sex with him yet, but I read in a magazine that diabetic patients cannot, sustain an erection for very long. Is that true?
Well, when they've had the disease for a long time, particularly if his blood sugar has not been well maintained, the better his blood sugar has been controlled, the less he is going to have those sorts of neurologic or neurovascular problems. But that is certainly one of the things that happens to diabetic males as they get older, and it becomes quite severe. It's usually at some point during their life. And as Adam, I think it was a diabetic call we first really discovered this, that if we just learned to tell diabetic teenage males or marijuana-smoking teenage males that it would affect their penis, they will stop. And diabetics particularly would attend to their blood sugar, and perhaps the marijuana smokers will at least reconsider what they're doing.
Right. Early death is really not a deterrent.
Right.
But something happening to your honker, now that's going to get some quick action. So, Lisa.
Yeah.
How old's the guy?
He's 18.
It will probably be no issue at 18. Okay?
So when will it become an issue? When he's 40?
When he's 40. And even then, if he's well controlled all his life, he may go through without any problem.
Lisa.
He doesn't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
How far in advance do you need to chart his penis, his progress? I mean, for Christ's sake, you haven't even done it yet. Just got to make sure things working well into the guy's 40s.
I know. I'm sorry.
What do you want him to do? Sign something before he has sex with you? Yes, I will be able to satisfy you for at least 20 years. Lisa, just enjoy the guy and don't worry about his penis. And for Christ's sake, don't bring it up to him.
I won't. That's why I called you.
Okay.
Unless he's not maintaining his blood sugar control and he needs a way of motivating him to do that. That'll motivate him.
Okay.
Give him a churro and then give him a nice wet one and everything will be fine.
A churro?
I don't know if they have churros other places.
Yeah, but you have a diabetic, a sugar donut?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
That'll get him going, right?
Yeah.
With that?
No, you got it all wrong.
That's bad?
No, bad.
What do you give them?
Bad.
You give them like
the right dose of insulin.
Well, they got insulin in churros, don't they? They don't have churlin? What the hell do I know? I'm not a doctor. What, you can't eat churros?
Oh, no.
What a life. No sex, no churros? Oh, I'd kill myself. Katie, 15.
Hey, guys. What's up?
Nothing.
Okay. I just want to say I like you guys a lot. You guys are really cool. I listen to you every night.
Wow. The screeners must be feeding them something.
Yeah.
Yes, it's maybe I have diabetes and I don't know it.
We're going to tell you tonight. We're going to tell you after the
Something's
show.
going on here. All right. Anyway, Katie.
Actually,
Kate.
What your grandmother said might finally come true tonight.
Oh, okay. I'm getting a hook after the show. Enjoy me while you can, Loveline listeners.
Okay, well, I want you guys' opinion on something. Okay, I like older guys because, well, I don't know, just guys my age are kind of immature, but do you think it's wrong for older guys to go out with younger girls, like, say, 20 and 15 or something like that?
Mm-hmm. I do. I don't think there's anything, and women do mature much faster than men, and physically they mature faster, too. I mean, if you look at some 15-year-old women, that's as good as it's getting for a lot of them. I mean, I hate to be cruel, but they look really good, and they're sort of at their peak. Guys still a little gangly, big knobby knees, sparse hair around the groin area, big Adam's apple, voice changing, Brillo head.
Keep going.
Buck tooth.
Did you get braces?
No, I didn't have braces. But I still had big teeth. The rest of my teeth grew.
I see.
Or my mouth got
your head
bigger
grew
or
around
something.
your teeth. Right.
Absolutely. So, Kate, there's nothing wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with 17.
Wait. But the real problem is not with the girl dating the guy. What's the problem, Adam? You can answer this. A 20-year-old dating a 15-year-old.
It's the guy dating the girl.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with a 20-year-old who's going to junior high to do a shopping. I mean, that's wrong. I mean, when I was 20, I was out the house, I was working construction, and the notion of going back to the junior high or going to the high school and picking myself up a 10th grader, while tempting, was sort of out of the question, even for me. And I'm an atheist.
Yeah.
My penis knows no God.
No law and order either, evidently. But I think that's a fact. And even a healthy 20-year-old, were they to be inclined to do that, would have such different concerns and be in such a different place in their life that it would still be unhealthy for the 15-year-old.
Yeah.
And that's, in fact, not what happens. It's usually the disturbed 20-year-olds that go out the 15-year-olds, so it really screws up the 15-year-old.
Yeah.
And the 15-year-old's not in a position to judge what that person is like because it's not one of their peers.
All right, so our advice is for people like Kate who are 15, who can't seem to satisfy themselves because men are immature at that age, is to go out and find yourself a mature 15 or 16-year-old.
Exactly.
They're definitely out there.
Exactly.
They look like Drew did when he was in high school, which is not a pretty picture, but they're out there. LOVE 191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. He is Dr. Drew. Tomorrow night, Dishwalla. A little later in the week, Corn and Goldfinger. So we got it going on.
Can I interrupt? I don't think
Yes.
you said the area code for the fax.
I didn't. 310-854-4455. Thanks for that speed bump. Chrissy? Oh, sorry, Christy.
Yeah, hello?
Hi, you're 15. You're on Loveline.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing.
Your show kicks ass.
Thank you.
Anyways, I have a problem. I think my dad's gay. This guy spent the night, and then not too long ago, he went to his house till like 11:30 at night.
Oh, jeez, that's well after the streetlights were turned on.
And I don't know what to ask him. Like,
where's your mom?
She's not here.
Where is she?
She's out at her friend's house.
Yeah, in general, though, where is she? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah,
Drew?
I mean, where was your mom? Are they together? Are they having problems? Or do you have a mom? What's going on?
No.
All right.
Well,
Christy, you're confused by the way Drew phrased the question.
Yeah.
Drew, please. We're not talking to Harvard laureates here.
All right.
You say, where's your mom? And they go, at the Circle K, picking up a loaf of bread. He meant, where's your mom in terms of the relationship? Are they divorced?
Yeah, they're divorced.
Okay.
She lives somewhere else?
Yeah.
And do you know why they're divorced?
Because, like, my dad was getting really angry with us.
He's not gay. Gay guys don't get pissed off at their kids.
Well, this is a long time ago. This is 8 years ago.
That was when he's stuck in a marriage, though.
Oh, yes, he missed his penis. Christy.
Yeah.
How's your dad's temperament in general? Is he an angry guy?
Well, sometimes, yeah. He gets mad really easily.
Nah, I don't know. No gay guy gets mad.
Adam.
No, believe
for Christ's sake.
I know plenty of gay couples, nicest guys in the world. And the skin, very soft. All right, so
you
Chris,
are wrong.
Uh-oh, producer Ann's on the phone.
Gay men get mad really easily, kind of like women.
Well, they pitch their little tizzies like women do, but they don't go after their own family.
We're about to
they get mad at
men brood.
We're about to get 50,000 calls.
Men brood, but gay men, they get pissed off like when the fabric scheme is off on something that
they're vocal about it.
All right. Maybe you're right.
But there are plenty of gay men that have no feminine quality to them, that you would not imagine they were gay in the sense of being effeminate.
Mm-hmm.
Many gay males are male.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. A male in all respect.
All right. Let me ask a few more questions. What's he do for a living, Christy?
He works at like a building place.
Building supply?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no. No, I mean he's giving out like plywood and 2x4s and.
No, he makes something for delis and stuff.
Oh, delis.
Yeah. Those little sneeze guards.
Oh, he's like a plexiglass man.
Yeah.
He makes sneeze guards for delis. Well, now that's different. He ain't driving a forklift.
No.
All right, so it's kind of a coin toss here. We don't know. Now, what makes you think he's gay besides him being over at a friend's house?
He's always with that guy.
Well, he's divorced. He probably has a good buddy, and he's probably hanging out with him.
How long has he been divorced?
8 years.
Does he ever date girls?
Once.
When was that?
Huh?
How long ago was that?
About 4 years.
Okay, Adam.
All right. Here's the main point, though, Christy. Would it make a difference to you?
No, not really.
Then don't worry about it.
Yeah, you just prefer he'd be happy?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then don't think about it. If it bothers you, assume he's not.
Okay.
And look for an opportunity to bring this sort of thing up with him. And it'd be very simple to say, how come you don't date girls? How come I don't ever see you with a girl?
Well, that wouldn't be real simple, Drew.
No, it would be tough to do it, but if the opportunity presented itself, if there was a time when she was comfortable to ask a question like that, ask it.
But I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to know if my dad was gay. I'd assume he wasn't, and just let him go
That's
about
fine.
his life.
And that's you, but maybe Christy wants to know, and that's up to her.
Does he have a squeegee in the shower, Christy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why don't you...
Does he eat a lot of yogurt?
Yes.
Mmm.
There's 5 things of yogurt in the refrigerator.
Oh, okay. All right. Any potpourri around the house?
Yep.
Oh, single dad, divorced dad with the potpourri around the house?
Yep. And he's very clean.
Oh, well, all right. Just make sure he practices safe sex and give him all the love and support you can. Oh, well, I didn't want to ask. But I think now we know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Kelly, 14, you're on Loveline.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say it's a great show and everything.
All right, something's up, Drew.
Yeah, people do not have to say that. Don't feel obliged. We appreciate it.
I don't mind it every once in a while, but here's how I'd like it, Kelly.
Uh-huh.
I'd like it in doses.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Here's the way I would like it. We go weeks on end with not a compliment to be found, don't we, Drew?
Yeah.
And then we get them all in one night.
Right.
I'd like 2 a night.
It feels like people are just joining the party.
Yeah, I would like
not genuine.
1 each hour.
Right.
But not 15 an hour and then go 35 hours with not one compliment. All right, Kelly?
All right.
But thank you anyway.
Well, anyway, I have a question for, we'll see which one you can answer this.
All right, Kelly, what's up?
I'm 14 and I'm a common dilaudid user.
What do you mean common?
Maybe twice every weekend. I don't know if that's common or not, but anyway, I want to know
how much are you using?
8 milligrams.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know the long-term.
How much do you weigh?
About 125 pounds.
Dilaudid is a very potent opiate, like heroin. Okay. Or morphine.
Stronger than morphine, yeah.
Like morphine or Demerol. It just happens to be oral. It is profoundly addictive.
Mm-hmm.
That is not to say that it can't be used for short periods of time safely for people who are having, say, surgical pain or that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody is prone to addiction, which I don't know if you are or not, if you have a family history of alcoholism, if there are other addicts in your family, you've got to be worried that you could be. Mm-hmm. And here you are beginning to abuse a substance that could really trigger addiction in a terrible way. Opiate addiction is a profound form of addiction, and you're only 14 years old. I don't know of any long-term effects of Dilaudid. Again, when people are under the age of 15, the brain is still changing and evolving to a tremendous extent, so I'm greatly concerned about people using any substances before the age of 15. But opiates, in general, tend to leave the brain pretty much intact. It doesn't do much, but it causes a profound form of addiction. And one of the things it does alter is your state of being able to tolerate survival without the opiate. In other words, after you've been exposed to it for a period of time, there actually is a change in parts of your brain that make it difficult to be off the drug. And that's not a brain damage, but it's a brain change, and it's what perpetuates the disease of addiction, and it is profound with this chemical.
Kelly, where do you get it?
Get it from, like, my friends sometimes, and, like, sometimes from just, like, the straight dude that gets it for me.
Well, where can you get this stuff, Drew?
I mean, a doctor has to write a triplicate to get it, at least in this state. And it's a very controlled substance. I'm sure it's available on the street, though.
But you'd think it'd be pretty hard to get. I don't know. Maybe that sounds naive.
That's like saying heroin is hard to get. Same thing.
Yeah, but heroin at least is manufactured
right
outside of the country or wherever the hell. I mean, it can be made. This stuff can't be made unless it's by a drug company, can it?
No, correct. But look, you can get Valium on the street, right?
I guess
you can get Demerol on the street. You can get anything you want on the street.
All right. I'm just,
It may cost more if it's less available.
Okay.
But that's
so, Kelly, can you start drinking beer instead or something?
No, that tastes like crap.
Okay, good. Kelly, don't do it. Come on. Oh, geez. You want to get hooked on this stuff and strung out and be like 15 years old? I mean, you're going to ruin your life. You understand?
Yeah.
It's so weird when you're in your teens. You just don't care. You just don't care.
Well, you just don't really get it. You don't really get. I mean, today is what's important. If it makes you feel better, that's about as far forward as you can see. And it's things, medical consequences that are 3 or 4 years off. It's almost like something's going to happen to someone else. So you might as well feel good today.
Right.
And which could not be further from the truth. The devastation is going to be yours.
All right. So Kelly, please, for Dr. Drew. For the triplets, I beg you, stay away from this stuff.
All right.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Get into, we'll start like a Christian rock band or something. Yvonne, 22.
Hi.
Hey.
I have a really uncomfortable problem.
Oh, good.
I'm engaged to be married in March, and, well, I guess over the past year or so, I've become increasingly attracted to my fiance's brother. Like I don't know, it's gotten kind of bad. Like, fantasize about him and stuff. He's really attractive.
Have you guys actually been doing anything?
No.
Does he know about this? Is he aware of it?
No, he doesn't. He flirts with me a lot, though.
And is this just a sexual thing, or you actually would want a relationship with him?
Well, I don't know. I try not to think about it like that. Like, I try to just convince myself it's purely, like, a sexual, physical kind of thing.
Which means, basically, it could be anything.
I guess.
And probably more than just sexual, physical. You're afraid that it's more than that.
Yeah, because, like, it's made me kind of think, twice about getting married.
Well, I think that's what it's there to do,
Absolutely.
frankly. I think that's what your brain is doing to you. You can't admit it to yourself that you're not ready to get married, so it's sending you a messenger via this guy. And the feeling is, hey, I'm still interested in other guys. And that is not the time to get married.
I'm really in love with my fiance.
Yeah. Now listen, Yvonne, we get these calls all the time from people who are getting ready to get married. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
They cannot, pardon me, what they do is, like Drew was saying, instead of like saying to themselves, taking inventory of their emotions and saying, hey, maybe I'm not ready to get married. Maybe I'm feeling pressured into this.
It's too scary to admit that.
What they do is they start thinking about a move that's going to sabotage the marriage. And oftentimes they'll do it. They'll basically go, I was due to get married in 2 weeks, and I went out for my bachelorette's party and ended up blowing the cab driver. You know, and you go, why? Why would you do that? Oh, don't you know what you're doing? You're screwing up your whole relationship. Oh, there's so much at stake. Oh, you already bought the ring. Oh, you bought the cake already. But it's like, yes, you knew exactly what you were doing. You're sabotaging this.
Yeah, you're getting a message, and you should listen to it.
Okay.
It's loud and clear, and I think you're maybe ready to sort of deal with it now too.
I mean, like.
And don't when you do break up the marriage, don't go out with this guy's brother, okay? Don't do that.
I don't plan on it.
And you know, it doesn't mean you have to end the relationship with your fiancé either. It just means you're not ready to get married. That's loud and clear.
And that's why it's so powerful, by the way, because think about it. Here's some guy you've never been with. He's just a good-looking guy. There's plenty of good-looking guys, and all of a sudden it's consumed you.
And it's not saying, she's not saying to herself, I want to have a last fling before I get in the marriage. She's saying, oh, I'm overcome with this guy. I have a relationship maybe with him.
So the message is anytime there's more at stake than there should be, meaning you're going nuts obsessing over someone you've never even touched before, then it's compensation for something else.
Yeah, it's a message.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Well, yeah. Hey, yeah. Dishwalla tomorrow night, then Korn, then Goldfinger. Producer and Sunday's Father's Day, and my Pops, I think, is going to come in here. Do we have someone booked for next Sunday?
Yeah,
Oh, who?
probably Kiss.
Oh. Well, my dad's down with Kiss. I think
thought you were going to have him come up when Drew was gone.
my dad was the original bass player for Kiss. A lot of people don't know that.
Have your dad come when Drew's gone on
All right.
vacation.
When's Drew, when are you going?
The following week. I'll be gone like the
week.
Yeah, the whole
okay.
week.
All right, so my dad's, who's a doctor of psychology, will come in here then and sit in. And you guys can ask him all sorts of bizarre questions and find out how I turned out the way I did. I'm Adam Carolla, and that is Dr. Drew. Phone number for the show, Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. He's Dr. Drew. Drew, you got a call picked out? No, you don't.
Actually,
you're so consumed with me.
Hang on here. Here we go. This is it. There we go.
Drew was so worried about me, he didn't take care of his own crap. Sarah, 16.
Hi.
Hey.
I was wondering if you could help me with the problem with my father. Just yesterday, we were over at Blockbuster and we were getting a video, and he got into this huge fight with me, just over really nothing, and he started yelling at me in front of everybody in the store.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't really take it emotionally because I felt like I'd probably just, cry any second. So I just walked out and left. And he just constantly bursts out at me and just makes me feel worthless, and he doesn't care who's around or anything. If it's
where's your mom? And I don't mean right now. I mean where is she?
No, she's with my dad.
I mean, can you appeal to her about what your dad's behaving?
Oh, she accepts, not accepts it, but she realized that it's happening, but I don't know if my mom really can do much about it because she kind of has the same thing going on with my dad because they're endlessly having arguments, and it's they'll all of a sudden be in an argument. It's every 3 months pretty much. They go through these cycles where they get into an argument and my mom wants a divorce.
And they're in that cycle now, huh?
Well, not right now, but it happens. I mean, they just went through theirs
Is there anything else going on with your dad? Is he using drugs or alcohol or anything?
Oh, no, not at all.
He's got his job stress. Is there anything else going on with him?
No, just normal school and whatnot. Nothing really.
With him?
Well, I'll tell you what could have done it. It's, Blockbuster doesn't have a porn section. And I've been known to, I took apart a Blockbuster out there in Sherman Oaks once.
I don't doubt it.
I found out there was no porn section. I just dismantled the place.
Yeah.
It was like a tirade.
No.
Sarah, that wasn't it.
No, it's
okay.
Not just the Blockbuster. It just happens all the time. I mean,
all right.
It happened New Year's Eve. And
has he been doing it since you were a kid?
Yeah, well, especially ever since I turned pretty much 12 or 13. And it's just he feels he'll come. It's almost like I have a boyfriend who comes and abuses me or whatever, and then later on says he's sorry.
Which is sort of typical cycle of abuse that people get into.
Yeah, and the thing is, I can't do anything about it because he's my father. And
all right, I hate people like this.
Yes.
I cannot stand these people.
Yeah.
They don't play by the rules that everyone else plays by. They make a scene. They don't care. They embarrass you in public. And you know what it is? It's a form of emotional blackmail. Because here's what happens. You know this guy. You know he's going to pitch a fit at any time he hears bad news, he's going to pitch a fit. And he's going to be loud, and he's going to make a scene. He's going to make everyone uncomfortable. So eventually you start walking around him. Don't tell him this. Don't tell him that. He's going to blow up if he hears this. And it's like you're blackmailing everyone around you into sort of staying in line, into not telling you anything.
And enabling that person to continue that behavior, too, by the way.
Right. Right. Because I would imagine you would be reluctant to tell this guy things.
Confront him.
Well, see, I've had these huge arguments with him, and I tell him, when you do this to me, it makes me feel absolutely worthless, because he tells me I'm, like, worthless. And then it's like we go to extremes, like he hates me, and then all of a sudden the next day he'll feel so bad for what he did, and he'll say, you can do whatever you want, I love you so much. And
God.
And it's like,
how
he's my
confusing.
father.
It's kind of a chick thing, really, is what this is. I hate to be sexist here. But you don't hear about, you hear about guys getting drunk and raping their daughters and doing stuff like that, but this whole sort of pitch a fit and then apologize the next day.
Oh, no, it's pretty common.
It's like emotional abuse.
It is emotional abuse.
Yeah, but kind of it's a chick thing.
Wow.
Oh, come on, Drew.
You know
you don't want to admit it.
I don't want to admit it, but I'm just trying to think how Sarah, who obviously has great insight, how she deals with this. I want to, I can't really figure out off the top of my head whereby you can stop it, because he's going to be that way no matter what.
I mean, I've talked to him before about, it really bothers me, but he says, yeah, I know it bothers you, but it's like he does this not just with me, but it's pretty much anyone he comes in contact with.
And if she tries to walk away from it or just be away from it, he's probably going to escalate further and may become physically abusive that time. He feels that much out of control.
Yeah, and it's too bad that Sarah can't physically abuse him, because I'll tell you one thing. When you beat the crap out of somebody, and there's always that fear, now, not that you should use a physical prowess to hang over someone's head like a noose, but it's a nice little insurance policy. When they know that if they push you too far, you're going to give them a good ass kicking, they tend to sort of stay in line a little bit. And not that I'm recommending it.
Or they escalate further and bring weapons and things.
No, all right. Well, that could be it, too. So, I don't know. Sarah screwed you. Wait another 2 years and move out of the house.
But she can appeal to her mom, appeal to maybe an adult at school, somebody who can help, another adult environment who may have some power or authority to help you. Try to find that person and tell them the same story, because you have great insight into what's going on here.
Julie, 18.
Yes, I have a problem with one of my guy friends. We were at a party, and he has a girlfriend, but she wasn't there, and we kissed, and I feel really awkward about it, and I don't know what to do.
That's all you did was kiss?
Yeah.
For long periods of time?
We kissed, kind of.
Uh-huh. It went on for a little while?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And were there sort of sparks flying?
He likes me, and I don't know if I like him, but we're really close, and I don't want to mess anything up.
Uh-huh. And he has a girlfriend?
Yeah.
And have you talked to him since then?
Not really.
Is she your friend?
Yeah, he's my friend.
No, she.
Oh, she? Yeah, I just saw her the other day.
How long's it been since you guys made out at the party?
About a week or two.
Okay, and you have not spoken to him since?
I talked to him once.
Okay, and this didn't come up?
Yeah. But we just said that we're going to forget it, but I still feel really awkward about it.
All right. Well, listen, Julie, you guys made out. A lot of people have made out with their friends. Guys, I don't know, guys have had their dogs do weird things, but you get over it. You had a few beers, you're at a party. Sometimes it's the environment. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's other couples hooking up. There's some beer or some reefer, something going around. The music's right, and one thing leads to another. But you agreed to forget about it. You didn't sleep with the guy. I'm sure he's agreeing to forget about it because he doesn't want to get his current girlfriend PO'd at him. So let's put it behind you.
Okay.
It's no big deal. All right?
And what's going on between he and his girlfriend is really his business, and you just need to learn not to do it again if he approaches you, if it's something you're uncomfortable with.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless she has feelings for him, which I'm guessing she may.
Yeah, that's my concern, too.
And probably just didn't want to admit it.
Right.
Because, listen, unless someone has feelings for someone, they usually don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like when people go, I'm really concerned about his feelings. I'm really concerned what it's going to do to the relationship. They're not really that concerned about their feelings. They're not really that concerned about what it's going to do to the relationship. What they're really saying is I did have some feelings for this person. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made out with them. And I want to know what to do with my feelings. But we glossed over that. Mike, 28.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, I love your show, man. I listen every night.
Thanks, Mike. but no more compliments.
Okay. Well, I just have a question. I've been dating this girl for about 2 years, but we had a problem the first year. We kind of broke up because we weren't getting along, and so we broke up for about 4 months, and we got back together. And she told me she was working in a lingerie place, and I took her word for it. I called her at work, and I kind of felt funny. It was kind of funny, She was making all this money. And I'm like, well, what do you do there? She said, well, I do the books and schedule appointments and stuff. And I was wondering about it. So I went and checked up on it, and it was a massage place, where you get like back massages and, full body massage.
Right.
And I asked her, I was like, what's going on? And I trusted her, and she seems very trusting. And then I find out, she works there, and it's kind of bothered me, and I thought she cared about me, and I don't know. She just told me she was just a manager. So then another 8 months go by. I checked up on it a couple of times, checked up on it, and I don't know. I found out that she was doing the massaging.
All right. Wait, Mike.
Yeah.
Jump ahead to the part where you caught her blowing the guy. Please.
No.
Taking too long.
I didn't catch any of that.
Okay.
None of that. It's kind of hurt me because I figured she loved me. I mean, I don't understand how she can love someone and do. I don't understand.
You understand? You can love someone and give someone else a rub down too.
Yeah.
Well, first off, I see engineer Mike over here begging phone screener Sherry for a rub down. Like, when when you come in the house, the dog rolls over on his back and rolls around a little.
Yeah.
And it means he wants you to rub his belly.
Yeah, that's what happens there.
That's why engineer Mike's not on top of the show all the time. He's basically got his eyes rolled back, big saliva stream coming from his mouth. And phone screener Sherry's giving him a rub down. Now, is he having sex with her after the show? Probably. No, he's not.
But
he's getting a rub down. That's all.
Talking about those places. I mean, is that acceptable? I mean,
It's a massage parlor.
What? Yeah, they're jacking off guys.
Oh, okay. All right. That's not a rub down.
Well, I'm saying, but I mean, I don't understand how she can care about me and do that. And she lied to me for about 6 months. She's telling me she just started doing it 2 months ago.
All right. Listen, Mike. Please.
Yeah.
Don't turn everything toward you. Here's the deal. A lot of these women, these prostitutes, these massage parlor workers, strippers and whatnot, porn star women, I would reckon, and I don't really have anything to substantiate this other than talking to a few of them and stuff like that. Just as many of them are married as other women your average 25-year-old woman is. A lot of them, most all of them have relationships, or at least the strippers I used to talk to used to tell me they're married. Although that, wait a minute. All right, but anyway, here's the deal. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with her. She doesn't probably look at it as slapping you in the face. She's slapping herself in the face. Do not look at it as her using this to attack you.
Yeah.
This is her own issue, Mike. And it's true, if you guys maybe had a little, if she felt a little more strongly about you, or you'd think she would respect you enough.
Yeah, and tell me initially.
Yeah, but she knows it would piss you off, Mike.
Yeah.
And she probably loves you or likes you and doesn't want to lose you and doesn't want to piss you off, so obviously she's going to lie.
She never asked me for money. I mean, I would have gave her money if she said she makes good money, but, she said I can't go in there. I said, well, I want to go in there then if you're doing that. She goes, no, you're not. I mean, well, that's hypocritical. That's not, what are you talking about?
You mean you're going to, yeah.
What?
No, what, you mean she wouldn't give you a discount?
No, she wouldn't let me go in there. I said, if it's no big deal, okay, it's no big deal. Let me go in there and get a massage from your friend. She goes, no.
Oh, right.
I said, well, that's a hypocritical. She goes, no. I said, why are you working there? I just thought she cared about it. I'm really hurt.
Right.
I love her a lot.
Okay, Mike, I understand. Here's the deal. This girl's got some problems. I hate to make big, broad, sweeping statements, especially about broads, but she's working in a massage parlor.
It's accurate to say that.
She has a job. Listen, if you have a job where you have to wash your hands after every client, you're not a doctor, that's bad.
That's what I'm saying, but
okay.
She quit.
All right.
Look, but the fact is, if this is going to be a chaotic, difficult relationship, just judging by what you're saying about her, and if you're not up for that, get out.
And by the way, when you quit whatever it was you're doing, it does not cure you.
Right. And I think he's having great difficulty just accepting she is who she is.
Right.
And she is.
Yeah.
That's
And
the fact.
Lord knows what her past is like anyway.
Hideous, no doubt.
Well, not no doubt.
No doubt.
Most likely. Okay. Semantics. Ladina.
Yeah?
16.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey. I have a problem. I broke up with the guy I lost my virginity to, like, last August, and I was wondering how I can get him back, but he has a boyfriend right now.
He has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
So he's gay now.
No. He has a he has a girlfriend right now.
He has a girlfriend right
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Drew. Just because we both heard her say boyfriend twice. All right. Why do you want to get him back?
Because I miss him.
Oh, you don't want to pay him back.
No.
You want to get the relationship back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why'd you guys break up?
I don't know. I wasn't ready for a serious relationship.
You broke up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if I asked him, would he say that?
I don't know.
Well,
Call him.
it's an honest answer. All right. How into this new girl is he?
Huh?
How into his new relationship is he?
He said they're getting pretty serious, but I don't know.
She wants you to call him.
You want me to talk to him, Ladina?
Yeah.
You know, it seems like this is a waste of time because he's in another relationship that he's getting serious about.
And you're just having trouble getting over losing your first love.
Yeah.
Which everyone does.
But still,
it's critical to get on with your life.
For the sake of entertainment, I will let you beg for him back through the airwaves.
Okay.
You interested in that?
Yeah.
All right. We'll put you on hold.
Okay.
I watch everybody in the control in there go, oh, no. Yes.
Mike was getting a big rub down. Boy, it's a good thing I wasn't talking about blowjobs. I mean, for Sherry, not for Mike. Danielle, 19.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Last night, my boyfriend came over, and he gave me a monkey bite. And then, well, he didn't give it to me last night. He gave it to me a couple days ago. I've just been hiding it from my parents with makeup on it. And my mom just noticed it last night. And she was telling me how I shouldn't let this guy suck on my neck and everything. And then all of a sudden, she starts talking about how I need to go get birth control and I need to use condoms and everything. And, you know, I just had a monkey bite, and all of a sudden she's assuming I'm having sex. And, I mean...
That is far better than the alternative. The alternative is your mom freaks out and says, I can't believe you're being with boys at all. Or...
No, I'm 19 years old.
I know. Or Danielle sweeps it under the carpet and never has that conversation with you. I mean, she just took the opportunity to have the conversation that she probably should have had when you were 15. But it's kind of nice that I don't know how she delivered it, but it's nice that she's willing at least to accept you as
She sounded just so pissed. Like, how could you do this?
Well, that's the bad part. That's the bad part. You left that out.
But I haven't done anything, and, you know, she's assuming I'm having sex with this guy now,
And she won't believe that you're not.
I didn't tell her that I was. I just sat there and I just shut up.
You just kept your mouth shut.
Yes.
Are you having sex?
No.
All right.
With anybody?
No.
You're virgin?
Yes.
Where's your mom?
She's in the living room.
All right, put her on the phone. Oh, please.
No.
Yes, she does not understand what a find you are.
No, I can't.
I'm just going to congratulate her.
No, I don't want you to. And then the thing is, I'm supposed to, because they just recently let me have a boyfriend.
All right, Daniel, why don't you turn the radio up and let me talk to her through the stereo?
I can't.
She doesn't understand what a find you are.
No.
Oh, what a great job she's done. You can congratulate her for that.
The reason why I haven't, because I'm just too scared of the consequences. Like, a lot of my cousins and my friends, when they get pregnant, my parents, they don't want me to speak to them anymore because they think they'll be a bad influence on me and I'll be just like them or something.
You know the beauty of parents? They really spend, moms especially, spend the first part of the rearing trying to stop their daughters from having sex. And then then it somehow breaks into the second part, which is begging them to have grandkids.
I don't want to have sex because I don't want to have kids, and I don't want to do that.
It's good, Danielle, that you understand the behaviors have consequences. A lot of your peers don't get that. And that's great. And if your mom doesn't believe you, that's her loss, really, frankly, because...
But then me and my boyfriend are supposed to go to Las Vegas, like, at the end of this month, and I don't know how to tell her. And my dad's just going to freak out if I tell him that I'm going.
You better let Adam talk to her.
Yeah. Put her on the phone.
No, I don't want to.
Put her on.
And then because she was telling me how I need to go get birth control and condoms, I told my boyfriend about it. He said I shouldn't lie to my mother and just tell her I'm going to Vegas with some friends. He was saying it's like she's giving me permission to go ahead and have sex.
Which is an interesting phenomenon. It's almost like she's having such difficulty accepting the fact that you are a sexual being. She like wants to get it over with, and just have it. It's just that's the way it is, so she can deal with accepting it.
Yeah,
you know, it's tough. She's got to think about who you are and where you are, and learn to trust you.
The thing is, I'm just too scared to even talk to her. She just found that I had a boyfriend last night too. She didn't know.
Hey, I'm telling you, Danielle. There would be a moment of uncomfortableness, but I would crack this case wide open.
It's rare that I would support Adam in a position like this, but I think
I can talk to her. I will straighten it out. You'll no longer have to pussyfoot around your own home.
So should I just tell her that I'm going to Las Vegas with him? And
you should let me tell her.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Well, I won't go that far, but you should let him tell her, you know, congratulate her.
I would.
You
gotta like to send her over a T-shirt.
But then she's like really serious. She's telling me how she's going to call the doctor and she's going to make me an appointment for the gynecologist.
Well, all right, that's fine. Then, Danielle, I think that's a great opportunity to allow a third person to reconcile this thing. Go, say, great, we're going. Go, tell the doctor your problem. Make sure your mom is there in the waiting room. Have the doctor bring in your mom, and so you two can discuss this with an objective person there who can also, by the way, corroborate the fact that you are a virgin. That's what you ought to do.
Bring mom in while she's still up on the stirrups?
No, just after that.
Okay, because that can be uncomfortable.
Could be. Would be.
Phone number for Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. We were talking to Ladina about 10 minutes ago, trying to give her boyfriend James a call and win him back, and James is not home. Ladina?
Yeah?
Here's what I would say. It's very common for males and females to try to cling to whatever the first boyfriend or girlfriend they have, especially when they take your virginity.
Yeah.
And this guy's off, and he's with another girl, and he's moving along in another relationship. So I would suggest that you do the same, keeping in mind that you probably would have never married this guy. You probably would have got together and lasted a couple of months and then broken up for the same reason that you broke up in the first place, and you should not obsess on it.
Yeah.
You're one decent date away from totally washing this guy right out of your hair.
Gotta accept it and mourn the loss and get on.
Wow, Drew, heavy. Leia, 19.
Yeah?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, you're on Loveline.
My problem is that my boyfriend, he denies me sex. I always ask for it, and he never gives it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is more important.
Like what?
Oh, like the TV if it's on, or his friend if he's got to call him back, or his kids. I never seem to get it when they're around.
While they're in the room or while they're over?
Well, on weekends we have them, even though they're in a different room.
Uh-huh. And how old is this half man, half wussy?
Hey, he's 28.
28. And you're the tender age of 19.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. This guy's a little bit old for you.
No, he's down to my level. I mean, or I'm
right.
I don't get along with people my age.
Right. You have the mentality of let's say 17-year-old, but it's okay. He's down to about a 16-year-old.
No, much higher than that.
Oh, I see.
No, don't cut him down like that.
Oh, okay. So you're still at 17 and he's up at 16 and a half or 17?
No, higher than that.
What would you say, what would be the age level of your mentality, Leia?
Well, I can buy at bars and liquor stores, and I know I've got a hold on things.
So you got a fake ID?
No.
Okay. I guess that sort of answers itself when you ask somebody where do they figure they're at emotionally, age-wise, and they go, I can buy beer. So, at least emotionally, I guess I'm 21.
At least, yeah.
All right.
I don't drink to get drunk.
Drew, you can buy beer, so does that make you 21?
21.
Or can you just be older than 21?
I can be older than that.
Okay.
Well, I would be interested to know
I'm just saying people think I'm at that level, and
right.
Even though my age isn't, they...
Right.
All right.
Lots of makeup and big jugs. Okay.
No,
we get the picture. Listen, Leia, the guy's 28. he's on the downhill slide when it comes to sex, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it's still great when I get it.
Well, how often do you get it?
Well, on weekends we're together by ourselves all the time. On weekends the kids are over pretty much.
Kids are over.
It's just the kids.
Well, yeah, they're in another room.
No, Leah, come on.
And then it's like if the game's on, you know.
All right, you started off by saying you never get sex, and
Well,
now you've revised.
He denies it a lot.
You revised it to saying when the kids are over.
Well, he denies it a lot, though. I mean, like, I just tried an hour or two ago, and he won't.
You're fat. You're overweight.
Oh, yeah. Well, Drew, that may be a very valid point. Thanks, Engineer Mike. Leah?
Yeah?
Where's this sexual schluff off?
He's in the living room.
All right, let me talk to him.
All right.
All right. Leia's one of these, I don't know if she has an iron will or just no brain cells, but she just doesn't care. What I love about her.
The guy I want to talk to you.
Hello?
Hey!
Hey!
Hey, you're on Loveline.
Is this Adam?
Yes.
How's it going?
Good. What's your name, sir?
Brian.
Brian. Brian, now we've been talking to Leah.
Yeah.
And she has a little dilemma.
Okay.
She's seeing the neighbor guy. No, I was just kidding, Brian. She wants sex a little more than you're willing to offer it up. To hear her say it. Now, we're kind of trying to defend you, especially Dr. Drew, because he don't give it up real easily either. And she says Leah says when the kids are over, you know, and they're in the next room, that you're a little more reluctant then.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I'm guessing it's not that you're worried about the kids hearing you, it's that you equate the kids with the, you could get Leah pregnant and then you could really be screwed. But she says you're not getting it, not giving it up in other times too, like when the game's on and things like that.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
You know, what's up with that?
I really can't tell you.
Uh-huh. Has things changed between the two of you? Because I know you're getting on a lot when you met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like the start of everything.
Right.
It's usually hot and heavy, and then
Cools down a little.
What's that?
It cools down a little.
Yes.
Right.
And also life sort of intervenes, right? I mean, he's got to tend to his kids. He has, other things in his life. He's relaxing. Evidently, he has to watch a football game or something.
Now, don't make excuses for Brian.
I'm defending the guy. I really am.
How often are you giving it to her, Brian?
I don't know. 2 times probably.
2 times?
Yeah.
A week?
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds all right. I mean, you got kids, you got responsibilities.
Yeah.
You're not
hard at work nights, and she doesn't.
All right. You're not home from school all day with your penis in your hand and 17 years old. You're 28 and you have responsibilities.
Yes.
Twice a week. All right. Here's what I want you to do. She wants it a little more. You understand?
Okay.
Uh-huh. How's she look, by the way?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Hasn't changed much since you met her?
No, not really.
All right. That could be good and bad, by the way, but we'll just take it as good for now.
Okay.
Brian?
Mm-hmm.
See if you can squeeze out an extra loaf of sex.
All right.
Once a week.
All right.
She just wants one more.
Okay.
That's all. You're not always in the mood. That's fine. Let her get on top. Okay?
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Just a little more.
All
That's all. That's all we ask. It's a small effort. That's all it takes. People get into a big argument. They're really only arguing, for me, it's like you're arguing over like 3 minutes a week. I mean, like one Beatles song extra. Really, I can't do the math just yet, but it's like 15 seconds a day or something, and one more extra little sexual encounter. All right, Drew? Why do we have to get in these big arguments? Just one more.
You and I don't.
Oh, we don't? Okay. Oh, that's right. We're not getting it on anymore. I missed that. Jake, 13.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi, I'm on an online service, Prodigy.
Uh-huh.
And, with this girl I met about, 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm. There's this guy who thinks a girl, yeah. Right.
No, I'm pretty sure she's a girl.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, so I think I love her,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she likes me.
Right.
Of course, like you said, she could be a 4-year-old man, but...
Right. That would be young. You would be lucky if he was only 40. Go ahead.
I doubt it.
All right.
Anyway,
At least he's willing to entertain the possibility that that's the case.
All right. You're very big for your size, Jake.
okay, anyway, I got in trouble with my dad, and he removed it off the computer. And, before, I'd go and see a couple of girls in my class and stuff, but, I just...
Wasn't the same.
What?
This is your outlet, Jake.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like if my dad came over to my apartment and cleaned out underneath my sink.
Wait, hold on.
That's where you keep the porno, isn't it?
Right.
Hold on, I gotta go for just a second, all right?
Who, your dad's there?
Hold on.
All right, we don't have time for this mess. Do we want to summarize this?
No.
I don't know. I think Dad may not. First off, Dad probably took this thing away because the kid, Jake, screwed up and did something, got some sort of $3 million bill or something like that.
Right.
Number two, I don't know. I would want my kid to be able to communicate with people, but through the computer, it seems like a crutch to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's very awkward. It's very hard when you're a teenager, especially 13.
Mm-hmm.
But even, up into your early 20s, it can be real hard getting out and meeting people, especially members of the opposite sex. But there was no choice when we grew up. You just sort of got pushed out of the nest and you had to do it.
Yet we don't really know Jake, and God knows if he's in some kind of a emotionally deprived situation. This was his one outlet of getting support. Whatnot. You hate to have that taken away. We just don't know. You just hung up on 5.
Well, I'm sorry.
That one was on hold 105 minutes.
Oh, jeez, my heart's breaking. Jake.
Yeah.
All right. We're back to you because I just hung up on someone who'd been on hold since Thursday to talk to you.
Yeah.
All right, so your dad took away the privilege, the computer privilege.
Yeah.
And now you don't know how to meet this guy/girl again.
Yeah.
What else? What's your life like? Things okay at home?
Yeah.
So it's not like you're in a terrible circumstance and this is your one outlet.
Yeah. It's just there's some girls who like me, but.
All right, Jake.
Yeah.
What did you do to get your dad to cut off the prodigy?
Jeez.
Don't tell me you don't know. Be truthful.
I think I forgot.
No, you screwed up royally. You wouldn't forget that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I bought my 9th grade class tickets to Venezuela. What?
No, I used it one too many times, and I crashed the hard drive.
Uh-huh. Okay, so you screwed up the computer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. He probably told you not to use it that much or you're going to screw up the hard drive. Whatever the hell hard drive is. I think I rented that, actually. But you went ahead and did it anyway.
Yeah.
And you screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're paying the consequences.
Uh-huh.
All right, listen. I do not blame him for showing a little discipline, because otherwise you'll get out of control. I would not want my kid just turning into a fat albino who knew how to type. Sitting in front of the computer. You know what I'm talking about? I can picture this. You're just sitting there all day long. Your eyes are getting screwed up. I'd want my kid out there in the sunshine, throwing a dirt clod every once in a while, beating up a neighbor kid. Doing some kid stuff. Do you do that stuff? Do you play like sports?
Oh, yeah. I play basketball, soccer, and I rollerblade all the time.
All right. Well, then you're okay.
Stay with that.
All right. And your dad will get you back on it. Believe me. Just start spending more time with him. He'll get you back on that. Won't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll get bothered. We'll be back. One 800-LOVE-191-310. That's the phone number. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. He's Dr. Drew, board certified physician. Tomorrow night, Dishwalla will be in here. Wednesday night, Korn. Thursday night, my gay lovers, Goldfinger, will be in here. So big week, but tonight it's just Drew and I recapturing the love. Oh yes, and as engineer Mike pointed out to me, the "I Love You, Adam" sign by the band is still up on the wall. One of the rare things we can keep up at this place. Actually, I think it's too high for Lycus to reach up and rip off. By the way, Tia.
Yeah.
Is that T?
Well, it's Tia.
Tia.
T-A. So yeah, Tia.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tia 14.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
You're on the air.
Okay. Okay, I am busty for my age, like 32 C or D. And I'm kind of wondering, I need the male perspective on this, on why guys don't talk to my face anymore.
Anymore. They're enamored with your chest?
Yes.
Yes.
And I just wanted the male point of view.
Well, there it went.
What?
That was my male point of view. I know I stated it as if it was a question, but it was more of an answer. They're enamored with your chest.
Okay, but like...
Their biology overcomes them. Is that what you're saying, Adam?
Yes. It certainly overcame me. I was overcame just earlier today.
But I get treated more like less of a person and more like, oh yeah, okay, like
an object.
Nobody's, like, understanding me, and like they're just like not even talking to me anymore.
And the other girls treat you differently too?
They kind of hate me because they think that like their boyfriends are like obsessed with me.
Right. Isn't that tough? I mean, it's ridiculous.
No, I don't buy it.
No, that's the typical thing, Adam. I mean, that's sort of what happens to girls at this age.
I know it makes a difference in your life. Absolutely. I mean, would never deny that. Missing an arm makes a big difference in your life. Having a big hook nose makes a difference in your life. Putting on braces, putting on glasses, having a beautiful face or an ugly face. Being an A student or being a F student, everything sort of makes a difference in your life. And okay, maybe I'm diluting this a little too much, but what I'm saying is you saying that, women think you're a bitch and men can't do anything but talk to your breasts is over the top.
I mean, it's a cop-out.
It's a cop-out. Yes, it does make a difference. Yes, men are more curious and men do look, and yes, there are jokes and snickers, but it certainly doesn't have to ruin your life. Everybody, especially around 14, we all have our little crosses to bear. There's only a handful of those people that are perfect, and even they don't look at themselves as that way. And this is just your little cross to bear, your big cross to bear. You know what I mean, Tia?
Yeah.
And let me tell you this: better this than no breasts at all.
True.
Yeah, I mean, that would be, that's another thing. We get these calls too. Well, I have no chest. I'm not developed. Guys don't want to talk to me, blah, blah, blah.
But it must be very difficult to be dealt with as an object, and people have trouble getting past that. And you are thought of and judged based on a characterization, a appearance characterization that makes judgments about who you are.
It certainly
rather
is.
Than anybody caring about who she is. And it's something, and at 14, it's brand new. I mean, the 14 doesn't go to that age prepared to be dealt with as an object. At 13, she was being dealt with as Tia. And all of a sudden, she's something else.
All right.
Something outside of herself.
You're right, Drew, and that's why I've come with a new invention. Huge strap-on boobs for 10-year-olds. They could walk around.
To train them, to get them used to
it. Well, not only the weight difference and, getting around and whatnot, but the attention difference as well.
So they can just get used to that.
By the time
they're
14, they take the big strap-off boobs off, and it's almost a relief.
It's just that I'm an intelligent person, and I feel like less dealt with than that.
You eventually hang in there. As Adam said, every 14-year-old gets their own sort of issue to deal with. This is yours. Hang in. You are more than that image, and eventually, people will hear that loud and clear, so please just hang in. This will not go on forever, okay?
I agree, Tia.
Thanks.
All right. And then one day when it does pay off, it's going to be double whammy because it's going to be like, hey, Tia, great personality, and big jugs, too! Wow. You're going to be the belle of the ball. All right, but I didn't mean to make light of it. I was a little tough on Tia, and she's younger than her, average caller and all that kind of stuff. It is, anytime you're different, even if it's good different, which this is, I mean, people are looking at you because they're attracted to you, or
they're jealous.
Or they're jealous, or whatever, which is sort of good different. Different is tough.
Yeah.
Still better good different than bad different. Amy, 20.
Yeah, hi.
Hey.
I just was calling about that kid that called not too long ago about the online
Right.
prodigy. Well, I guess I'm kind of warning him, because I've met a lot of jerks on there, and it's just, I'm actually engaged to somebody that I met, and there's a big, mileage difference and everything. And I I never see him. So even if you meet a good person,
Uh-huh.
you know, especially if I guess he was like 13. I mean, I don't know how he's going to get
Amy.
forever to see you.
Amy, tell me about some of these jerks you met. Did you meet up with them?
Yeah, I met a guy that lived like not too far from me, and he stalked me.
Mm-hmm.
And I also met a guy that took me to his apartment, and he tried to rape me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And where did you meet these guys? I mean, what would your advice be to somebody who wanted to meet up with somebody, a good, safe environment?
Go somewhere like with someone where you're going to be with lots of people.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you know this person pretty well. Like, don't just talk to them on the computer. Try to talk to them on the phone a lot. I mean, I took a big risk. I flew all the way to New York from Chicago. I was only like 18 then. I probably wouldn't do it now.
I'm taking the computer out of our house.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to use it anymore.
I'll just get rid of all the phone lines.
I'll tell you what they ought to do with these computers for the teenagers. Just put a hole in the side of it so they could actually mount it. That would save millions of dollars on the Prodigy bill. Believe me, if they just got themselves like a little Intel blowjob or something going on in there, they would be right off that thing, be back out in the yard throwing the softball around. Believe me, it is the erection that keeps these people on for so long.
The guys,
that is. And the women, what keeps them on is the willingness to believe.
Yeah,
they really want to believe.
I got lots of poetry and stuff. You don't know where it comes from. You don't know how real it is.
Right, they
I know where it comes
poetry
from.
books.
It comes from a book. You scanned it right on there.
Right.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah, unless it's that Man from Nantucket stuff, which is, I guess, more of a limerick.
Yeah.
Amy.
Yeah.
Now you finally found a guy. Was this the guy in New York?
Mhm.
All right, so that turned out okay?
Yeah, it turned out great, but he's very far away from me.
Uh-huh. And Amy.
Yeah.
Let me paint a little picture of you, if you don't mind. It actually may not be so little, but Amy, you didn't have many dates in high school? No.
Not many.
No, not many. A little difficulty with the boys?
Yeah. When
No.
I got out of high school, though, then I
Started drinking and loosened up a little bit?
something like that. Yeah.
All right, trying to get attention that way, but it was always just sort of a one-night thing? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And now you want someone with the words as well as the penis, right? I mean, you swore off of that stuff.
Yeah.
No more drinking, no more getting loaded and having one-night stands.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to know someone first.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get them to, I'm going to write to them for a week or so, and then I'm going to go meet them at some bus depot somewhere, and they'll take me back to their apartment and try to rape me.
Yeah, well, it was a long time before I went to New York and met him.
Okay.
I knew him for 6 months.
All right, so you got a good guy, and he lives 1,000 miles away.
Yeah.
All right.
But things are fine for Amy, though. I mean, but she brings up some good points.
Well, to me, it's catch-22. If you're trying to meet someone via the computer, you're inherently flawed. So how can you find anybody?
Because everybody's flawed is online.
It's almost like those personal ads. If you have to stoop to putting in a personal ad, there's probably something wrong with you. I hate to make sweeping statements, but it's part of my job.
How many times have you filed those ads for yourself?
Like 11 times.
All right.
Alex, 17.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm just turned 17. I'm going into my third year of college. And
Yeah, do the math on that, Adam.
That means she got herself into college when she was 14 years old.
Right.
Wow.
You ain't no junior college bitch, are you?
No.
No.
And
Wow.
I find, surprise, surprise, I find that it's hard to meet anyone.
Yeah.
It's
You
rare
know what?
for me to be anywhere near people.
When I was in college, there was a 12-year-old there, and he was a computer genius. Actually,
Asian kid?
No.
What?
And actually outstripped the power of the computer at that institution. Had to go somewhere else. Had to go to another school.
Oh my God! The computer's not big enough.
But this was in the 70s. Remember when everybody was on Fortran and things. But and that was the amazing sort of thing to watch. Is this poor guy was still 12 years old.
Yeah.
And he had real trouble with having lost the opportunity to develop socially with his peers.
Yeah,
Right.
I know. Yeah, like I didn't have anything, I didn't jump ahead any grades, but there's this episode of Doogie Howser.
Yeah.
I was actually this close to being held back every year.
So, Alex, what's the deal? What's going on?
Well, I'm taking grad school classes now.
Oh, my God.
You must do you have giant veins in your forehead that pulsate when you think too hard?
I'm in classes with like 25-year-olds.
Oh, I mean, is there any way, how can you be with your peers?
Well, I don't know, because I don't know who my peers are. It's weird to
Yes, you're kind of stuck between two worlds. It's very,
Right.
very difficult for you.
I don't have any ability to relate to people my own age because,
Because you've been with 25-year-olds all this time.
right, since I was all of 14.
Oh, my gosh.
What happened to you?
25-year-olds think I'm a little bit weird.
Alex, did you eat something special?
No, I don't know. I read a lot.
What is that? What was that?
I read a lot.
Oh, read. Hold on, let me write that. How do you spell that? All right, I'm going to read. Anything, forum, whatever, doesn't matter? I got to read important stuff.
I guess the important stuff.
Adam, porn won't do.
Forget it. Sticking to radio.
I
Forget
guess
about
I
being
just
smart.
am curious about whether there's any way for me to sort of build healthier relationships with people, either my own age chronologically or my own age socially.
You're going to have to do it systematically. You're going to have to make every effort to do it. You're going to have to carefully select people your own age who you feel that you can won't be intimidated by you. And you're going to have to pick 25-year-olds who are sensitive to your needs as a 17-year-old.
And first we have to do the whole montage scene where we give you the makeover, like in those, fraternity weekend movies, or School of Hard Knockers, where you take the glasses off and we let your hair down.
No, come on.
I don't have any problem getting dates, but they're all 30.
Oh. Alex, are you good looking?
Yeah.
All right, listen. I'm going to keep you in a box.
Okay.
Until you turn 18.
Well, you see, that's kind of my feeling. It's kind of weird for my parents that I'm dating 30-year-olds,
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
No.
How do they feel about 32-year-olds?
That's not Adam,
Believe me,
get off the table.
I want
please.
this girl. I'm going to keep her. I'm going to put you in a lab. I'm going to build a lab. I'm cleaning out the hall closet. I'm building a lab. I'm going to slide food under the door, and I'm going to keep you in there like my own little my sex scientist.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
Yeah, right. See?
All right. Well, maybe not so much sex, but the scientist part.
Okay.
All right.
Alex, I don't think, Liz, wait, we'll leave her on lunch. Unfortunately, we are completely out of time here, and it'd be interesting to explore this further with you here, but there's really no way we can give you a simple answer for, you are bright enough to figure this out for yourself, but be very cognizant, try to tune into what your emotional needs are and plan to develop relationship with people who can meet those needs. And it's unlikely a 30-year-old or a 25-year-old is going to be able to do that.
And if that doesn't work, get a Petri dish and clone your own man. All right. Oh, hey, no time. Dishwalla tomorrow night. Be very interested to meet Dishwalla. I will be here. Drew will be here. The lovely Lisa will be here, manning the phones. The beautiful Sherry will be here, manning the phones. Manning the men will be the lovely angular one, Engineer Ann. Manning his own schwanz will be the one nut wonder, Engineer Mike. Until then, mahalo.
You've been listening to Loveline.
The opinions expressed on Loveline, especially by Adam Carolla,
are not necessarily those of the staff, management, or sponsors,
or even the character voices. Loveline, produced by Ann Wilkins for Westwood One Entertainment.